Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another Madden 18 experiment. And you guys continue to love these experiments where I combine NFL teams from particular states into one mega super team and see how they fare, see if they can win the Super Bowl with all their teams combined, and see if they can at least make the playoffs if their team doesn't otherwise. So today, as you see in the title, we are going to be combining the two NFL teams from the state of Pennsylvania, which is the Philadelphia Eagles and Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, there's only two teams in Pennsylvania, obviously, but they're two very good teams. So I have extremely high expectations for this team, and if they do not win the Super Bowl, I'm going to be extremely surprised. Like, think about that logically. Like, in real life, if you take the Eagles and the Steelers, two spectacular teams, two of the best, not the best, but two of the best records in each of their conferences, into one team, they should be doing good. They should be doing mighty good. So we have to see if they win the Super Bowl today, and I think anything but a Super Bowl ring in today's video is a disappointment. So, with that said, hopefully you guys do enjoy today's video, and if you do, make sure to drop a like. Let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on today's video as we have every other experiment up to this point. If you guys have any future ideas for Madden 18 experiments, let me know in the comment section below. Any fire ideas will be used for a video, and you will have your comment featured in that video if it is made. Be sure to subscribe if you're new and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. And also, if you have any other combination of teams you want me to combine in one mega team, let me know in the comments as well. Be sure to do it. Love doing these videos. And also, I probably asked you in yesterday's video, or maybe I'll ask you again in tomorrow's video, if I'm thinking about doing this for other sports games like NBA 2K, maybe MLB The Show, any of the sports games where I combine teams. And if you guys would want to see that on the channel as extra uploads going on to another game and trying this, let me know. I don't want to do something you guys don't want to see it, but I probably would enjoy doing it. So if you just want to see that as extra uploads, do the same exact concept just on another game with different sports and combining those teams, see how that goes about, just let me know and I'll be sure to do that. And if you have any ideas for combinations of teams for other games, let me know in the comments below. Long intro RBT over with. Let's get into this video and show you how good this team is combined into one. We did use the Eagles. Why? I don't know. Now keep in mind, the reason some of these players are starters is because of their overall in Madden. Now, some people would eat out my knee if you cut it open and ate it, because they'll be mad because Big Ben is not starting. Well, he's an 88 and Carson Wentz is an 89 overall. Don't blame me, blame EA Sports. So Carson Wentz is going to be starting. Now, running back, pretty stacked. The Eagles already have a super stacked running back backfield, but if you add in Le'Veon Bell, it's dumb. Le'Veon Bell, LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi, Darren Sproles, Corey Clement, Donald Pumphrey Jr., and Wyndon Smallwood. Fullback, we have, I guess LeGarrette Blount's going to be there. That's cool. At wide receiver, pretty stacked as well. Antonio Brown, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, Martavis Bryant, Torrey Smith, and Ju Smith, the young rookie who I'm trying to collab with, but I just don't think he cares about me. All of you have, I asked you guys to go tweet at him and come tag me in a tweet and tell him to collab with me or make a video with me, just at least play me in Madden or something for a video, and he didn't respond, so I don't think he really cares. So thank you for trying. Now at tight end, Zach Ertz, Trey Burton, and Brent Selleck, Vance McDonald, and Jesse James. Looks like there's no Steelers can start at tight end. Now on the offensive line, it's pretty stacked as well. Jason Peters backed up by Alejandro Villanueva. At left guard, we have David DeCastro backed up by Stefan Wisniewski. At center, we have Jason Kelsey backed up by Marquise Pouncey. At right guard, we have Brandon Brooks backed up by Raymond Foster. And at right tackle, we have Lane Johnson backed up by Marcus Gilbert. I think there was only one Steeler that actually started on the offensive line, but that's probably one of the best offensive lines we've had yet in any of these videos. Now with that, let's move on to the defense. At left end, or I guess we're going to go to right end first, Cameron Hayward backed up by Vinnie Curry and Derek Barnett. At left end, we have Brandon Graham backed up by Stephon Tuitt and Chris Long. At D tackle, we have Fletcher Cox, Tim Jernigan, Javon Hargrave, Bo Allen. And at the linebacker core, Nigel Bradham, TJ Watt. And I have no idea why TJ Watt's overall is so low. I thought it was 88, but I know I have the most updated roster. I don't know if it's a glitch or what. But at middle linebacker, we have Ryan Shazier backed up by Jordan Hicks, Vince Williams, and Danielle Ellerby. Right outside linebacker, Michael Kendricks backed up by Camus Rugier Hill. Now, at corner, we have Patrick Robertson, Joe Hayden, Ronald Darby, Artie Burns, and Mike Hilton. At free safety, we have Rodney McLeod backed up by Corey Graham. And at strong safety, we have Malcolm Jenkins backed up by Jalen Watkins. I think there's a lot more Eagles in this starting team than Steelers, but it's still a great combined team. At kicker, we have Chris Boswell. There's a Steeler. Now, punter, we have Jordan Berry. I think another Steeler. But this team's pretty freaking good. I think the weakness of this team, actually, which is crazy thinking of it being the Steelers combined with the Eagles who are good, is the linebacker core. linebacker core, I think, is the worst thing on this team, and it's still pretty good. Maybe the secondary, I don't know. There's a lot of depth everywhere, and I fully expect this team, no doubt whatsoever, to win the Super Bowl. But what we're going to do is, as always in all these videos, I put it as a disclaimer that I don't cut any players off the roster, I just combine them. But when you combine the team, the roster size is like over 70 or over 80. So the CPU does the cuts the players you don't think are good enough to make the team, and I'll show you where those players end up and see if there's any out of free agency. See if any notable players that are actually really good end up getting cut and signed elsewhere. So if there's any of them remaining in free agency, I actually don't see anybody that's a current, maybe Vincent Taylor was not. I think everybody must have got signed. So what we're going to do now is jump over to transactions and see if we see any notable Steelers or Eagles that got cut and see if they got signed anywhere. So Juju Smith got cut. Sorry, Steelers, I didn't do it. Not me. The Bengals signed him. That's funny. Jesse James got cut, signed by the Ravens. So a lot of the rivals of these teams stopped picking up some of these players. Anyways, Chance Warmack got signed by the Bengals as well. We're also gonna have to see how bad the Steelers actually do in this video. So I would actually expect the Steelers to sign a lot more players since their best players got put on the Eagles, but they're not signing that many guys. Anyways, moving along, we have Caleb Sturgis got cut and signed by the Bucks. Corey Clement got cut and signed by the Steelers, so that makes sense. Anybody else stand out? Jacob Tamiel was not on the team. Ray Malaluga was not on the team. That might have been it. I expected more players to get cut, but I guess they didn't. So with that said, I got a burp. Hopefully I don't burp, so I don't have to cut it out the video because it's easier for me to edit. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and sim the playoffs, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below how you think this team does record-wise. I am going to say the first time I've predicted this, but I think this team is good enough to go 16-0. Let me know your prediction in the comments below, and also let me know how you think the Steelers do with their best players gone from that team. I think the Steelers, I have a feeling the Steelers will do the best out of any team thus far that's had their best players stripped from their team. So with that, I'm going to say the Steelers go 6-10. That's a stretch. 4-12. And of course, we get a first round bye, but did we go 16-0? And judging by this, it's either 16-0 or 15-1. 14-2, I lied. I'm an idiot. We got that one wrong. So how bad did the Steelers do? We had the best record in the NFL, so that's... How did the Chargers have a better record than the Seahawks and Falcons when they lost less games? Or they lost more games? Or they didn't have as many wins, as I'm trying to say. I'm an idiot. That's just strange. But let's just disregard that. So let's see how bad the Steelers act. The Browns went 9-7. Nothing changed to their team. So that's weird. But how did the Steelers do? Watch them go 0-16 after I said that about them. 4-11 and 1. I was close to my 4-12 prediction. We had the third best offense in the NFL. I really expected us to have the best. And on defense, we had the best defense. So I was kind of expected to be first in both categories. But did we have a player win the MVP? No, we did not. But Le'Veon Bell did come in second place. Aaron Rodgers won at Tom in third. And we had nobody else in the top 10. Jacoby Brissett on the Bears. Don't know how he wound up on the Bears, but he came in 9th. That's a weird one. That's probably the weirdest one I've seen thus far. But let's look at the stats. Carson Wentz threw a lot more picks than I expected. 16 picks. It's a lot of picks for an 89 overall quarterback, but still good enough to go 14-2. Big Ben didn't play much, but he only sacked 10 times. That's the least amount I've ever seen a quarterback get sacked ever in any simulation ever. That's incredible. Rushing yard wise, wow, we had a combination of 35 touchdowns on the ground from the top two guys, Le'Veon Bell and Jay Ajayi. Jay Ajayi, 874 yards, and Le'Veon Bell, almost 1,800 yards. That's 4.6 yards per carry. That's pretty good. Now, receiving yard wise, we had nobody eclipse 1,000 yards. I'm guessing because we just ran the ball a lot. Antonio Brown led the team with 908 yards. Nelson Aguilar led the team with 11 touchdown receptions. Now, defensively, Michael Kendricks led us with 117 tackles. And we had Brandon Graham lead us with 18 sacks. Now, just to be funny, let's see how bad the Steelers players did statistically. I'm guessing their starting quarterback is going to be Landry Jones. I'm guessing no, it's Josh Dobbs. He didn't have that bad of a year. 25 touchdowns, 16 picks. I mean, that's a lot of picks. That's a lot of times being sacked, 62, but that's still a decent year. Now, rushing yard wise, at Corey Clement, they did pick up out of free agency, who we cut. Had a not great year, but I've seen worse in these videos. 840 yards, 3.4 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. Receiving yard wise, they actually had somebody hit 1,000 yards. Ended up being Stevie Johnson. Justin Hunter came in second. And they had, I think Stevie Johnson led us with 8 touchdowns. Now on defense, Ray Malaluga had 176 tackles. That is the most tackles I've ever seen a player get in any simulation ever. Now, sack-wise, they had Randy Starks lead them with 12. But 176 tackles. That's a lot. That's a lot of freaking tackles. Now, boys, it is time to see if this team wins the Super Bowl. And they very well should, and they will. I am betting. I'm not going to bet my channel on it. That'd be... Okay, that's great. That's great. We give up 56 points. 56 points. Thank God I didn't bet my channel on it. That's bad. That's like almost the worst any team's done in the out of all these videos in the playoffs, and it's like one of the best. How do we have the best defense in the NFL? Statistically, give up 56 points to the Saints? That's dumb. That Carson Wentz had 3 interceptions. That's kind of why. But dang. So to end off today's video, Super Bowl champion ends up being the Saints.